Okay, well, I promised everybody that I would try to record Chapter 6's homework. So here is my desire to do that for you. We're going to go ahead and start off. I'm apologizing in advance if I go quickly. I am covering the front desk right now, and I just got to make sure I get this done for you. So we're going to go into our assignment 6. We have apply your knowledge, extend your knowledge, and expand your world. I'm going to go ahead and download the scholarship Apply 6-1 scholarship. I am going to start off by enabling editing. And now I'm going to hit Save As. And I'm going to do a Save As, and I'm going to put my name on it so I don't forget that, because we all know how much I like it when you do that for me. So here we go. Apply. Great. So this table is what we need. The Dean's Office has provided a list of student scholarship recipients, and I'm on page 359, and their current grade point averages. You are to create a table to include letter grades and summary data as shown in figure 6-77. So it looks like we're going to be doing some conditional formatting and a bunch of things that we did today in class. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and I'm going to create this as format this as a table. And, oh, I'm sorry, went to the wrong format. Right here, formatted as a table. We want to make this a medium 7. Like I said, there's medium, and then we could probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Medium, table style medium 7. Click. I do have headers. Going to go ahead and click OK. We want to name the table, which is right up here. So we want to name it scholarships. Good, name that table. We want to remove duplicates in the table by clicking remove duplicates, so we can do that very quickly right here, just to the right of that. So remove duplicates. We want to do that. Select all button, so we're going to go ahead and click that, and then click OK. It's going to pull out one of them. It's going to leave 10 unique values. Great. We are going to, I'm not asking you to add your name or as a scholarship winner, so you don't have to worry about that, but you could just type it down here. That would be fine. We want to insert a new column for H called grade. And then we want to fill in, change the row height of row 1 to 39. Right mouse click. Row height 39. Click OK. Great. Click cell A1. We want to, oh, you know what? I apologize. I totally messed this up. We did not do this right. I'm going to have to undo a lot of what I just did. And we want to grab all of this here. We want to make this a table. Format that as a medium table, A2 through G. Okay, looks like I should not have 2 scholarship tables here. That should be a grade table over there. Good. So what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to increase this row height again. We were supposed to make the row height well, let's go through and do all the table stuff first. I'm in the table. I'm going to go into design. I want to name this scholarships. Named it now. I want to remove my duplicates. I want to make sure I click select all. Click OK. It's going to remove one. I have 10 values remaining. You're not asked to do that. We're going to go ahead and put grade in over here. It's going to add another column with the heading grade. Now we're going to change the row height for row 1 to 39. Row height 39. Great. We're going to apply to A1 the cell style of title, nice and big. And then we want to center it across selections. Now this isn't merge and center, remember, we did this. We can format cells. We want to go into alignment, and we want to center across selection right here under alignment. And then I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now we've centered it under alignment there. Add dollar signs with no decimal places to the scholarship amounts. And it looks like we're going to do this for the whole thing is what they're looking for. No dollar signs with no decimal places, format with wrap cell at F2, format the GPA. Okay, so add dollar signs with no decimal places to scholarship amounts. Great, I'm going to go ahead and make it currency, floating. I'm going to take off the decimal places. Format GPA figures to have 2 decimal places. So GMAT, I'm going to highlight this all. I'm just going to push it out 1, that's 3, bring it back 1, that's 2. We want to wrap cell or text in F2, which I see what they're saying here, but in the real world, I mean, we can just click on this one, and I'm going to show you that because we want to do exactly what the certification test tells us. But typically, we would probably just grab all of it and do that. Then we can shrink this down a little bit. It looks a lot more natural. I'm going to zoom in because I feel like I'm a little zoomed out, so this is hard to see. We can double tap right here and it will grow that for us. We want to create a lookup table. And let's see here. Enter data from table 6-5, beginning with grade table in J1. So we're going to go to J1. We're going to do grade table. Up at the top here is GPA. Then we have grade. GPA, we're going to start with a 0.00. We're going to have a 1.00, 1.25, 1.75. I don't look like we have a series here, so I can't just drag a series. So I'm just typing in these numbers, and they are on page 360. Then we're going to do a 2.00, a 2.25, a 2.75, a 3.00, a 3.25, a 3.50, a 3.90, and a 4.00, and a 4.25. I'm the proud father of a son that gets better GPA than a 4.0 in high school, so I'm happy about that. We're going to do 2 decimal places. That's great. So the grade is going to be an F. I'm capitalizing all these. A D minus, a D plus, a C minus, a C plus, a B minus, a B plus, an A minus, an A, an A, and then an A plus. Now it's auto-filling in some of this stuff, so I have to go in here and remove the minuses, and I missed that because Excel guesses at whatever is above it. So and do that. Great. So we've got a little table here, looking good. I now want to, in cell H3, okay, so we're going to look up on this side over here, based on their GPA, what grade did they get automatically. So we're going to do equals V lookup. And we're going to do G3. We want that to be a reference formula because it's going to move with us. Comma, and then our table that we want to have it look up is going to be J through K. Let's see, so that's J3 through K 15. And we want to make these absolute, so I hit F4, or you can put dollar signs in. And then we want to look up the second column to bring back that answer. So I'm going to hit enter, it automatically put it all the way down. That's awesome. So we've now seen what their grades are going to be based upon what their GPA is. Next, what we want to do is we want to do a conditional formatting, and we're going to do it based around GPA. So we're going to highlight the GPA. We're going to insert a conditional format. I'm going to create a new rule. I'm paranoid I'm not recording. Good, I am. Okay, so I'm going to format a new rule. And we're going to do new formatting. Okay, click the format style button. So we want to display the format style list. Good. We want to do icon sets right here. Great. We want to do the traffic lights unrimmed. So we want to click down and do number 3, traffic lights unrimmed. Yep, okay, so we're already on the one we want. That's good. 3 different color circles. First type button. Oh yeah, so now what we want to do when value is a number, and when second one is a number. Now the value in here is anything that's greater than or equal to, and they're going to tell us what we want here. So anything that's greater than a 3 and anything that's greater than or equal to a 2. So a 3.0 and higher or a 2.0 and higher, then anything below is going to have a red. We're going to go ahead and click OK. And we instantly get this. We can see really quickly that, okay, the people that are doing poorly have red dots. This is good. People that are doing medium have yellows, and greens are there. Now we want to display a total roll for this. So I want to be in here. I want to go to my table tools, and I want to give a total roll. We have a total for the grades, but we want the average age column. So age, I'm going to come in here, and we're going to say average. It's going to give us the average of everything above that, and the sum of the scholarship amounts. So we're going to sum that one up, and I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't think we're using this, so let's put none. I missed the none, my apologies. There it goes. And now we're going to save the file again. Now we want to use the sort button on the data tab sorter, and before we go there, what I think somehow it didn't come up, we're going to copy. So what I'd like to do is go to A1 and do a format painter and apply it to grade table. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cheat here and do a merge and center because it's faster. And then I'm going to grab this one right here, and I'm going to do a format painter, and I'm going to put it on GPA and grade. So it just looks like everything else, keeping it looking good. So now we want to, on number 14 here, use the sort button on the data table to ascend by last name. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. We could go into data, and we could go into sort, and we could create it by last name, which is what I'm going to show you right here. But we can also just click this little button right here and say ascending, if that's what they want us to do. So that's a shortcut on how you can do that. Now we want to use the sort and filter button on the home tab to sort the descending order by scholarship amount. So the sort and filter button on the filter menu, sorry, data again, sort and filter. Sort by grade point average with the highest grade point average first. I'm actually going to do this right here. I'm just going to go in and say GPA, highest GPA. I want the largest to the smallest. So that would be descending. So we can see these are our best students or whatever. GPA first, good. Now submit this to your instructor this way, so make sure you just save it. You can submit this in. This looks great. What other kinds of criteria, filters, or outputs might be helpful? This is the bonus question. If the table were larger, when might you use some database or statistical functions of this kind of data? Well, hey, we do this for Dean's List, so we could actually put something on here, and then we can actually export to another table anybody that has a GPA that stands up to the 3.5. So that's a great one. Okay, so we did that, so go ahead and submit that. Let's go ahead and jump in and get extend your knowledge. We're flying here. I'm going to go ahead and open up this file. So we're going to enable editing. So extend 6-1, I want to start off by doing a file save as, put my name on it, save it to my normal spot that I save it to. Excellent. Now this one's already got a table in here, so we're going to do some functions. We want to create a new column called count in column L. So we're going to go ahead and say count. Good. Use the COUNTIF function in cell L11 to count all of the Y entries in the row. So count L11. We're going to say equals count. And we probably want to use count A. Nope, not count A, count. And our first value is anything that's Y, comma, I'm sorry here. Maybe we can grab all the way over here. We want to grab here and then say comma Y. I think that'll do it. Boom. It populates up. That does not look right. Let me just make sure I did that right here. I know what I stupidly did. What we need to do is count if. Sorry, it's late. So I'm going to delete all the rest of this and say count if. There we go. If counts the number of cells if there's a condition that's met. So the range is all the way over here. So if this range and the criteria equals Y, then count it. Oh, and I think what I need to do here is use my famous parentheses. So if it equals Y, count it. Boom, there it goes. Now we're looking good. So we did that. Go ahead and save it, Control S again. We want to name this table BA. We want to name it BA table. There we go. And if requested, no, you don't have to do anything else for me. Besides the table, create a summary title, row headings, and show. Okay, so we want to create a summary title. And row headings shown as figure 6-78. Oh, good. So we're going to come over here into N. We're going to type summary. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a total count of women, total count of men, average age of women, average age of men, median age of all consultants, average years of experience. I misspelled experience, my apologies, I'm typing fast. Experience. Total years of Java experience. This is for all, I spelled it wrong again. All consultants, and then I misspelled total. Finally, we're going to do consultant who knows all languages. All right, now we're going to go through N through Q. So if we're going to come over here, we're going to use the same function, I believe, database and count function. So we're going to do count if. So on this one right here, total count of women, we want to say equals count if, parentheses, the range is gender, so this whole group right here. If this range, comma, equals F, close parentheses, count it. So we have 6 women. We're going to do the same thing, and we're going to just do a count if now, equals count if, parentheses, this range equals, oops, not a period, equals M, parentheses, oops, I messed up something here. Count if BA table gender M, that looks about right. Click that. What did I do wrong here? Let me see if I copy and paste this down here now. If I do a M, there we go. So we have 12 guys, average age of women. So we can first off do a median function for all the consultants. We haven't done median yet, but we can do an average if also. So average age of women, so we can do an average if. So we're going to take an average of everything in, let me see here. If this right here, so B3 through B20, comma, is F, comma, then average the age. Right here, that'll be the third one. I don't know why it's not showing us this over here. In parentheses, there we go. So now we can see it. This is the formula that I just did. Click, we got an average age, perfect. And I just want to make sure that, yeah, we're going to do this to 2 decimal places. Let me shrink this down. I'm going to just copy and paste this down and then fix this with an M. And now I have the average male. The median age of all consultants, so we can just type in median. Double tap that, and we want the median age. So we're going to grab that, close parentheses. Average years of experience, this is just average. And we want to get years of experience right here. Great, close parentheses, be a table of years. Total years of experience, all Java consultants. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I'm sorry if it gets tiny. So average age of all consultant, or total years of Java experience. So we have Java here. And I'm trying to see if that is going to be considered total years of Java experience, all consultants. All right, so now we're going to do an if sum, sorry. Sum if, so if this column has a Y, comma, you're going to add up this. Close parentheses. So 60, that's what we wanted. And consultant who knows all the languages. So this is if parentheses. So if I'm trying to think of how I would do this on the whole thing. This one's the toughie. So if all of this, comma, equals Y, then return, no, that's not how we're going to do that one. My apologies. I'm sorry. We're going to use the match function wrapped inside an index function as we did the module. So we didn't do that one yet, but we're going to do index. So we want to index. And this one says, here's our array. So we're going to grab all of this. So index our array. We want to look at okay, let's just delete that, sorry. Okay, you know, this isn't as complicated as we're making it out to be, so I'm going to simplify it really quick here. All we're going to be doing is sticking a nested match function into an index function. So we're going to index everything that's in here. We did this in class. So equals index. Okay, so I have my whole index. I'm going to grab my entire table all the way down. Okay, we're going to index that with a match function. So now I'm going to do match, parentheses. We're looking for someone that has all 7 languages. So what we want is a 7. We only have one of those. And the lookup array is we want to look in this group. So we're going to say, here's the group we want to look through. We're looking for our 7 in this group. And then we want to have an exact match, which is 0. We're going to close that parentheses and then do a comma 1 because we're going to return one value here. We're going to close parentheses and Lin Jiang comes up. Great. So we're going to go ahead and hit save on that. We've now got this almost completed. I think we want to round off decimal place if we need to. Averages, yep, we already did that. Save the file again, so we did. I'm just going to say what we probably want to do is come in here and realign this because we added one. So right mouse click, format cells, and then we're going to do center across selection. There it goes, and we don't have our back color going there, so I guess I could drop down and color it. It's a little bit different. I'm also going to grab this into a format painter, and I'm going to just drag this across. I don't know if, yep, did that, perfect. And then hit save again, and this is what I would upload. And great. So that's it for this one. The final one we're going to do is expand your world. Expanding your world is fun. So let's just jump into expand your world. This one's going to be a little different because we're going to be using a tableizer, I think is what they called it. So I think down here, yep, we have the use a website linked below to complete the assignment. I'm going to click in here. This, what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste a table. So we'd like to place an Excel table on the web in a user-friendly format. You decide to investigate a Web 2.0 tool that can convert it. So let's open up any table that we've used to this point. You know what the heck? I've got this business analyst table here already. I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to hit Control-C and copy it. I know it's being copied because of all the little magic lasso moving parts around it. Jump back into the internet here. I'm going to paste it. And it says, do I want CSS? There's no CSS. I can keep a font style. I want to do Arial. I'm going to go ahead and hit tableize it. And now what it's done is it's going to show me that this is what it will look like. It's kind of nice. Put it all together for me. And this is the code. So I can copy this, and then we can put it into Notepad, which is a plain text editor. Let's see if this worked. Yep, great. So it's in here. I can hit File, Save As. It's not going to take us very long at all. I'll go ahead and put it in my APP101 folder. I don't have any text files in here yet, but we're going to call this expand 6-1 tableizer. .txt. Now the cool thing about this is I can go into that same folder. I can go find my text file right here, and I can say open with, and if I select a different app, and I don't want to use any of these, I want to use, there we go, like Internet Explorer. I'm trying to see if they have Chrome. They don't. I'll just use Internet Explorer. So if I launch it in Internet Explorer, oh, we don't want to do that. It should be showing me, nope, don't enable. It should have launched that. So that HTML should have worked. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to save it as HTML. So this one needs to be HTML instead of TXT. So I'm going to change it. And here it goes. Now it's a Chrome doc. So if I double click it and I open it in Chrome, there it is. There's my table. It's been tableized for websites. So we can display that there. And so you'll just want to turn in your HTML code for that. That's it. That's the end of chapter 6. Wasn't too bad.